Hello everyone. My name is Neeti Agarwal. I am Associate Professor in the Department of Physics, Shamlal College, University of Delhi. My broad area of research is solar photovoltaics, and today I am going to present my paper entitled Monthly Energy Yield Assessment of Solar Photovoltaic System under Uniform Irradiance and Partial Shaded Condition. As we all are aware that conventional sources of energy like fossil fuel and coal, they are depleting and they also cause harm to our environment. With the world ever growing energy demand, the focus has now been shifted to the development of renewable energy resources like solar and wind. Solar photovoltaic has attained much attention because of its abundance, its environment friendly and non polluting nature. With the module prices coming down, with technological advancements and with government subsidies, now photovoltaic technology has become an important alternative to the conventional electricity generating technologies. Solar photovoltaic is basically a very simple, elegant way of converting sunlight into electricity. And the basic unit which does this conversion is referred to as solar cell. A solar cell uh, can generate very little power. It's less than 2 to 3 watt, and therefore a group of solar cells are connected together to form PV modules, and these PV modules are further interconnected to form PV array to generate the energy as per the requirement. Once the modules are manufactured, manufacturers rate the modules at standard test conditions, which means they specify the maximum power which the module would be able to generate at one cell temperature of 25 degrees Celsius and radiance of 1000 watt per meter square and at spectrum AM 1.5. So basically, the STC rating involves only one set of temperature, one value of irradiance, and one single sunlight spectrum. However, when a PV module is installed in the field, it operates over a wide range of temperature, irradiance, and sunlight spectra. So actually, the energy that it produces depends on various factors such as solar spectrum, solar irradiance, ambient temperature, which influences the module temperature, wind speed, and the latitude of the location at which it is installed. So therefore, the STC rating, which is done only at single value of temperature, single value of irradiance, and one sunlight spectrum, is definitely insufficient to predict the energy rating or energy yield of a PV array. So what we mean by energy yield is basically it is the estimated DC energy generated in kilowatt hour per kilowatt peak in specified period of time for a standard climate. Okay, once the PV array or module is installed in the field, it experiences various environmental conditions. But along with that, there is one more important condition, which is a very common and mostly unavoidable conditions which a field installed PV array encounters. This condition is called as partial shading condition. By saying partial condition, we mean that it's a condition in which the irradiance received by the entire solar array or panel is not uniform. There is an irradiance mismatch among the different parts of the array or the module. This condition of partial shading can seriously degrade the energy yield of an installed panel even if the environmental conditions are conducive. Partial shading can be caused by a lot of things. It can be caused by any nearby tree, any nearby building. It can be caused by some fallen leaves or snow or dust which is accumulated on the panel. It's bird dropping, bird litter, or overhead transmission wires or antennas. A lot of things can give rise to partial shading condition. So when a module is installed in the field, it experiences wide range of environmental condition. It experiences various partial shading conditions. So therefore, there is a need to characterize PV modules at different values of temperature, irradiance, and under partial shading condition to provide a more comprehensive rating information. Energy yield rating is very important to predict the performance of PV system, which would help in improving the power system planning. And it is also beneficial from the point of view of solar power developers and end customers. With this motivation, the objective of the present work is to assess the monthly energy yield of a photovoltaic system under uniform irradiance as well as partial shading condition. The work aims to highlight the adverse effect of partial shading condition. For this work, a solar PV array of monocrystalline silicon of rating 135 kilowatt peak was installed at the National Institute of Solar Energy, which is located at Gurugram, India. The current voltage data for the array was collected in real operating conditions for many days to estimate the 23 element maximum power matrix at 4 different temperature values and 7 different irradiance value in accordance with the standard IEC 618531. Once the matrix was generated, the second part of the work involved partially shading the array. The partial shading condition was generated artificially by masking some of the cells with the sheet of paper. Once this was done, again the process was repeated. IV data was collected for many days, and then again a 23 element maximum power matrix was generated under the partial shading conditions. Also, the weather data for the location was obtained for 1 complete year, which gave the value of solar irradiance, ambient temperature, and wind speed. This is the pictures of experimental setup. The first picture, which is shown the array under uniform irradiance, whereas the second picture shows the array under partial shading condition. As we can see from the image, one row of 2 modules each has been masked by a sheet of paper whose transmissivity was found to be 60%. And the IV measurement was done by a portable device, which is called as Solmetric PV analyzer. And this was used in the field to record the IV data. From the weather data, we received these results. This figure shows the monthly irradiance received for complete 1 year from January to December, and it is evident the maximum irradiance were received in the month of March, closely followed by April, and then the least irradiance was received in the month of July. This figure shows the monthly minimum and maximum temperature obtained over a period of 1 year. Using these values, comparative PV energy yield was estimated. The figure shows the monthly energy yield of the PV array without partial shading, that is under uniform irradiance condition, and the partial shaded condition. It is evident from the result, the energy yield varies. It's different for different months. Its maximum is in the month of March, whereas the minimum energy generation is in the month of July. So in general, the energy yield also followed the pattern of the insolation. When the same array is partially shaded, in that case, it's evident, though the maximum generation is again in the month of March and least in the month of July, even under the partial shaded condition, the monthly energy yield followed the pattern of the insolation. But as it is clearly evident, it's evident from the results that the energy yield under partial shading condition has decreased significantly. To highlight the adverse impact of partial shading, the monthly energy loss as a percentage is plotted here. As it is seen that 54% is the minimum energy loss which is suffered, and the energy, so because of partial shading, just by shading 2 rows of the array, a maximum, of significant energy yield loss has been obtained. The energy loss ranges from 54 to approximately 61%, which is a very significant decrease. So that means if we have an array whose just two rows are shaded with 40% transmissivity, 40% shade, in that case, the energy yield is impacted significantly. The energy yield can come down to more than 50%. Just to conclude my presentation, the energy yield of photovoltaic system is presented under uniform irradiance and partial shaded condition. However, partial shaded, the energy yield drops significantly to more than 50% every month. The impact of partial shading needs to be addressed in order to maximize the energy yield of photovoltaic system under partial shading. And the result of these studies are beneficial, especially for those locations where there is a high probability of getting installed PV array partially shaded for a longer period of time, where it's not possible for the objects which are which are shading the array to get removed. And when the objects causing partial shading, they cannot be removed or they cannot be relocated. In that case, the results for such situations, for such locations, the results of this study are highly beneficial, as it provides a great insight into the impact of partial shading. Thank you.